Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Tuck Nuts Beginner Stock Talk. Coming up tonight, we're going to talk about what happened with the overall stock market with Tesla stock, Jim Cramer's comment that he made about Cathie Woods, and yeah. So coming into that, basically Jim Cramer made a comment about Cathie Wood, saying Cathie Wood is the kiss of death, and it was referring to a meme that was made a while back, 2 years ago, and or a year ago, and it had to do with Jim Cramer's top 7 magnificent 7 stocks for 2022, and all of the stocks he said that he wanted people to invest are all down horribly, and the only one that's still standing a little bit is Tesla. And so yeah, Arkk ETF is $43.60 year to date, and Tesla year to date, it's down 35.86%. We are below the lows of 2022, so that's an important thing to know. That's a very, very important thing to know, to give you an aspect. And we might have another fold down. And with some turns, I don't know, but Tesla stock's down so much, and there's so many factors to it, like obviously the news and COVID shutdown, and I personally think it's all planned. Part of it could be strategy, not on Elon's part, but other factors are, what do you do right now? There's big tech companies getting destroyed. So, and whatever the news has said is BS. You're not going to get real news. So, I believe the best thing to do right now is to understand this. And that's, there are many issues in 2022. The Fed tried to take control of inflation. There's global instability. There's war with Russia and Ukraine. China's supply chain issues are heavily affecting us, and there's COVID lockdowns that are affecting supply chains for Tesla and all other EV Chinese manufacturers. So there's been a lot of pressure being pushed down. So this is where I'm thinking physics, and when and print and fundamentals mixing together and creating something maybe that we haven't seen before. Yet I don't know how it's slowly unraveling out. And so I'm gonna, basically, this is not gonna last forever. Look back when COVID hit in 2022 or 2020, and how fast we recovered from that, and how much of the Fed had to play a bigger role in that situation. So check out what Cramer had to say, and
I mean, now you double downgrade them. I think Ford's got a great lineup. I think GM's doing well. I think the Cathie Wood is the kiss of death. The COINBASE call was embarrassing. The act is there's nothing wrong. I think GM's doing pretty well, but people don't want to own that stock going into recession. So, I mean, look, there's a lot of setups that are real bad, but let's deal with the setups that are not as bad. There's a lot of food and drug that's good. I know people don't want that, but it's working. And there's a lot of companies that have come down a great bit. Now, soon, if General Motors offered a dividend, which Mary Barr didn't want to do, I think people would be reluctant to sell it here. But It really is true that Cathie Wood is the kiss of death, and you usually don't want to say that, but I think you have to throw out all the bromides and really speak truthfully here because the viewers deserve it.
Jim,
she's awful.
I've been asking because I get, maybe I'm just looking for some silver lining of some type, but do you ever remember a market bottom that's made before there's an overall capitulation across all indexes? I mean, is it possible that the individual leaders could have their own little, where everyone just basically pukes up everything that they have? I mean, you look at Netflix or even the big tech leaders, aren't they down enough to make a real bottom individually? Or
I think that they're, people just sell them because they're a source of funds. I mean, we've had bottoms that are caused by, say, Warren Buffett coming in and buying. We saw that with Bank of America. We've had bottoms where they wiped out 330 new companies that came public between 1990 and 2000. So, I mean, there has to be more destruction. We had a bottom in, we had a 2018 bottom, but that was with the S&P at 13 times earnings. We're 16 to 17 times earnings. So we're still a little too high, but the panic's pretty thick. We have to find out how much systemic problems come from Tether. We don't know because the information has always been so sketchy. I mentioned Coinbase. I picked on them because